Hi crocheters of the world, look at this burst of color that I have here on my working table. This is what we will work together. And what is this? Is a lovely shawl that you already seen at the beginning of the video, and it's only chain and single crochet. Yes, it is chain and single crochet, but of course there are some steps that are a little bit not difficult at all, but maybe a little bit we need a little bit of attention, let's say. But let me tell you, it grows up fast, it is really beautiful, and this is something that you can see. It's lovely. Now I use a DK yarn from our boutique. You have the link below. 200 grams of it for a nice and large shawl. You can use about 150 grams if you want to work only a scarf, okay? And a 4.5 millimeters hook, and you can use a 5 millimeters hook if you want to. In the tutorial, actually, I wanted to try this yarn that also I have it in the boutique, just because I just want to see how it looks in this, let's say, very fancy, with this very fancy yarn. And I must say it is really lovely like this too. Now it is you to decide what kind of yarn you will want to work with, but work it, give it a try, you will just adore it. So let's get started. So let's see how to work this lovely shawl or scarf or whatever you want it to be. So we begin with the slip knot. I am working with another beautiful yarn that we have in our boutique. It's Fashion Cotton Metallizé DK. I'm working with 5 millimeters hook, and for this project you will need to work with one measure at from half to one measure more than the measure that it is written on the label of the yarn. So this is a DK yarn, so to be worked with 4 millimeter hook, and I'm working it with 5. Now let us begin with 5 chains. It is only chain and single crochet and join in the round. Now we will begin to work the first 5 petals of this pattern. The petal, it is work with 15 chains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 and 15. Now we will turn back to our circle ring here, and we will just single crochet to join. This is my first petal. Now I need to work 4 more exactly the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and I come back and I single crochet. Work 3 more exactly. I have my 5 petals ready. This is my first row, my first setup row. We will work another setup row, so the first 2 rows are setup rows, and from the third we will just get into our pattern. It is really easy. Now first setup row ready with 5 petals. Let us begin the second. We will begin each row for the end of the length that we want to work like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chains. Turn your work, insert hook in the middle, so don't count, just go like this. In the middle of the first petal, pull up a loop and single crochet. Okay, this is how we begin. Now look at this a little bit. We have 2 petals that form these two petals form our first side. We have 2 sides. Now we have a triangle. This is one side and 2 sides that we will work on. This is the first side. Now the petal in the middle is the central line, let's say, and these two petals are the other side. Okay, so one side will be exactly the same as the other side, only that on the other side we will work on the contrary. Okay, and this is the middle. Now we will work into each of these two petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we go back, and we go back, and we single crochet, and we work one more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, here we are. Go back into the same chain where we single crochet to begin. 2 petals. Now to skip to the other petal, we will chain 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip exactly in the middle of this and single crochet. Okay, now here we will work again 2 petals, exactly the same thing that we worked before. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, here we have it. I will turn back exactly into the chain where I single crochet with the chain 7, and let us go ahead and work one more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Go back. Okay. Now that's it. I actually completed one side. Okay, and let me show you. I completed one side. It's like this. Okay. One side I completed. Here I have my beginning tail. One side. Here in the middle we will always work 3. So this is what it's, let's say, this is how we will work in the middle. 3 petals. So we will skip here with 7 chains again. So to skip from one petal to another, we always chain 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and skip in the middle of the central petal with a single crochet. And now here we will work 3. Now we work 3 here, and then we will work exactly the same thing on the other 2 petals. So chain 7, work 2 petals, chain 7, work 2 petals, and then I will be back to show you from the 3rd row how to work, because this is how we will work for the entire length. So now let me begin with you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I go back into the chain where I single crochet with the chain 7 and single crochet. Now go ahead and work one more and one more again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go back and single crochet. Now I will just work one more. 4, 5, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go back and single crochet into it. Now chain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and skip into the very next petal in the middle. Find exactly the middle chain, single crochet, and now complete with 2 chain 7, complete with 2 into the last petal. So after we finish the first and the second rows, so the setup rows, this is what we have. So 2 petals on the first petal, 2 petals on the second petal of the first row, 3 petals of the third petal, which is the middle one. So this will be from now on our middle, so our central petal. Okay, 2 petals on the other, 2 petals on the other. So side, side, middle. Okay, Now from the third row, as I said before, we will begin actually to jump actually into our pattern. So here it is how we will work from now on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So chain 7 and turn. The first, the last, and the middle petal. So as I said, the first, the last petal, and the middle one, so the second of the group of 3 in the middle, will be always worked by itself. Into the first and into the last we will always work 2. Into this one, only and only into this one, we will always work 3 petals. Okay, knowing that, let us begin with our 2 petals on the first petal of the previous row. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I will go back into the same chain where I single crochet with the chain 7 and work one more. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now I have my 2 petals ready. On the side, from now on, we will join together 2 petals at the time, 2 petals at the time, and like this we will work. So we will join together 1 petal of a pair of 2 and 1 petal of another pair of 2. So we will always have a chain 7 in between the 2 petals that we join together. So chain 7, to skip always 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, always chain 7. And now we will join these 2 together, and into them we will work 2 petals. So insert hook into the first, insert hook into the second, and pull up a loop through both. Single crochet to join, single crochet or slip stitch. I joined them, and now I will begin to work my 2 petals. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come back, and where you join, just single crochet to join the first petal. Now let us work our second petal. Go back and single crochet. Now, this is what we have. The 2 petals worked on the first petal of the previous row, chain 7, and 2 petals work on the 2 together of the previous row. Now let's chain 7 again. And we will 2 together these 2. This is the middle one, okay? So we 2 together these 2. Insert hook into the first, find the central chain without wasting time counting, pull through both to join them together, and single crochet or slip stitch. And now work 2 petals. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, go back, and single crochet, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going fast with the chains because they are chains. Single crochet. Now chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and skip directly into the central petal. As I said before, the rule is that we always work the first, the last, and the middle one by itself. We work together on only what we have on the sides. Okay, so these 2 and these 2 will be worked together exactly as we did here. But this is work by itself. Now work 3 petals here, then chain 7, work these 2 together, 2 petals, obvious, exactly what we did here. Chain 7, work these 2 together, exactly what we did here. chain 7 into the last, exactly as into the first, work 2 petals. So only in this one, second rule, only in this one we work 3 petals. Go ahead and complete your
So
I
finished
my third row, and as you can see, this is what I have, exactly what I did here, okay? I finished with 2 petals on the last petal, and now let me show you a little bit of the fourth row, just to show you again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn your work into the very first. So at the beginning, at the end, and in the middle, we work only 1 petal at a time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One petal at the time, in 1 petal at the time, but we work 2 petals. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now on the side, as I've told you before, we always work 2 and 2 and 2. Okay, so you can put a marker into this one in the middle if you want to, but you have to know. But if you have 2 like this, means that something went wrong into the other row. Okay, so always 2 petals from 2 separate flowers. Okay, so like this, or pairs. Okay, so 7, I will work these 2 together. Okay, 1 and 2 in the middle, single crochet or slip knot, like this in the middle, and 2. Always, another rule, always work 2 petals. Only in the middle, into this one, you will work 3 petals. The rest is only 2 petals. Okay, so that's it. It is really easy. Yes, at the beginning you have to pay a little bit attention, but believe me, it grows up very fast. It's so beautiful, even if you work in a solid color or in changing color yarn, or as you really wish to work it. Is just lovely. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope I give you some inspiration for a new project, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss another video of mine if you like them, and hit the bell when you subscribe so you will be notified in your mail when I upload a new video. And if you want to help me, just share my videos on other socials. So like this, share with your friends on other socials so you can just help me. For you it's nothing, for me it's a lot. Bye bye.